Hey everyone, I'm Tim Marie and welcome to Paint Club. Whether this is your first time joining me or if you have been painting a bunch of paintings along the way, this is a very special edition. We are going to be doing this very, you know what? I believe that the light always outshines the dark, and this is an angel that I painted. Right now, I live in Southern California, and we just had these absolutely horrific fires that went down. And I truly believe, you know what, we just need that guardian angel by our sides right now. So rather you painting this for yourself to kind of bring that little light to your room, or otherwise this is a wonderful gift for you to paint somebody. And also, you know what, art is very healing. So maybe you just need this to kind of just zone out and just feel like, you know what, I definitely have that guardian angel by my side. So let's go ahead and paint this. Okay, so the first thing that you need are, the colors that we have today are, I actually did 3 whites because we got a lot of white going on in this painting. A little bit of that beautiful light blue, bright yellow, that mustard, a little bit of purple, black, and light pink. Also, if this is your first time painting with me, just remember I go a little bit fast. That is the true Tim Marie technique. And it's kind of very loose, and just remember, like, the clouds are just like flowing. You can't mess up on this one. And besides, this painting is supposed to be a little bit more therapeutic and enlightening versus it kind of having to come out perfect, okay? So just give yourself some grace on this one. All right, everyone should have 4 brushes. The first brush you should have is the largest brush, and this is your fatty brush. Your next one's a little bit smaller, that's your medium brush. Skip a brush, you'll find your littlest brush, that's your baby, and then you have a brush that's in between your baby and your medium, and we call that the tween. Let's go ahead, and you know what, this painting is a little bit different than my other paintings. Usually we always start off with that tween and start painting right away and sketching it. But this one's gonna be a little bit different, a little bit looser. So let's go ahead and we're gonna grab that fatty brush, okay? So grab that fatty, tap a little water, and we're gonna tap and puddle, and do a big puddle the size of a quarter. Big puddle the size of a quarter. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and grab a chunk of white, zhuzh it in that puddle to get a watery white situation. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab a little bit of that light, beautiful light blue, and kind of zhuzh it in there. All right, here we go. Now again, this is kind of a more impressionistic kind of painting, very loose, and it's just really kind of more of the symbolism in it. So let's grab a little bit more of that light blue, and we're gonna start by, okay, so sit up straight. We're gonna start by kind of just like, watch how I do this. We're just kind of like push, 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 push on the corner. Push, 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 push. Just like that, okay? Just like that. That's all we're gonna do. Then we're gonna come over here, push, 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 push. Just like that, okay? Just take a deep breath. It doesn't matter. Nobody has any judgment on you. You're just painting this, and you're like, okay, yeah, it's like a little bit more, how do I say, like I said, impressionistic, you know, it's got all the muted colors along with it. Okay, let's come over here. Now we have our angel, okay, that's in the middle. So let's go ahead, and we're just gonna kind of push, push, a big kind of oval in the middle, just so we know where she is, okay? Just kind of do that. Notice mine's a little bit lighter, doesn't matter. And let's go ahead, we'll add some more up here. And let's add some more down here. Chunk, chunk. We're gonna do lots of layers on here. A little bit more white, blue, a little bit down here, a little bit up here. Just like so, okay? Now, no need to wash your brush. Let's just take a little white with our blue and a tiny little bit of black. Tiny little bit of black on there, okay? And I just want to remind you that this painting is really about some like symbolic situations and how the light is going to outshine this dark. So So sometimes we just have those dark clouds, or in our case here in California, those smoky clouds that kind of come through like that. And again, our brush strokes are like this. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Okay? Let's add a little bit up here. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. A little darker. Push, push, push. You can kind of fluff it if you're more of a fluffier. Here are these dark clouds. And if you're thinking about, again, let's be honest, I'm no therapist here, but it's like just those hard days and those little thoughts that kind of creep in on you. This is it. We're just going to let it out. Let it out. Push, 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 push. Again, it's just like that dark gray. It's just glooming at us. Those hard feelings that we have to kind of keep inside. Just put them all out here on the canvas. Put them all out here on the canvas. Like so. Okay? You're just like, ugh. It's just hard. All right, let's wash that brush. Let's wash that brush. Okay? Wash it good. Wash it all off. Wash all those hard feelings off. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to grab some white. Push and move it. Push and move it. Okay? Now we're going to take that straight up white, and let's go ahead and we're going to kind of push, push, push. And it's almost like a little bit more cloudy where it's like you can kind of like have like a little bit of a, instead of down, 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 maybe like a little puff in there. A little puff in there. Kind of going over some of the dark. And some of you, if this is your first time, you're like, I don't even know what I'm doing, and I'm just like fluffing it like she said. Fluffing it like she said, I don't even know, but I'm just gonna do it. Okay? Going over it. And all these little white puffs that are kind of like right next to that dark cloud. These are all those friends that support you. These are all those friends that support you, love you, right on top of that. And again, like I said, we're here in Southern California, so there's a lot of loss of material items and homes, but maybe there's a loss of a loved one and you want to do this angel. And so these little lighter clouds are kind of they're going to kind of outdo those dark shadows in the background. Dark shadows in the background. Okay. Sometimes the dark kind of gets in the light, and that's okay, because they're still there. They're still there, those thoughts and feelings. Okay, my sweet darlings, let's go ahead and wash our brush. And let's take our same fatty brush, and we're going to take a little bit of white. And this time we're going to take a tiny little bit of that sunshine yellow and mix it together to get a light butter color. A light butter color, just like so. Now when you're ready, let's go ahead and put that light butter color, that angelic glow, fluffing it around right here in that center. Right here in that center. Okay? Right here, that angel right by our side. Again, maybe it's for you, maybe you're painting this for somebody else that needs it. Let's take that little bit of that sunshine yellow, and we're going to go ahead and let's just graze the clouds just a little bit, okay? Graze just that little warm glow, barely touching it. That little warm glow, knowing that feeling of when that sun kind of kisses your skin on how good that feels. And even though we can't see those angels by our side, they're there. They're there just kind of kissing your skin and knowing they're there to comfort you. And if you're painting this for somebody, it is so nice that you're able to comfort somebody else. Barely, and it's kind of hard to see on camera, but the yellow's really shining through. Okay, now let's go ahead and we're going to take that same yellow and we're just going to go ahead, and your brush goes two ways. It can go fatty or you can turn it and it goes skinny. So I'm going to go ahead, pull it down. Maybe go fatty, twist it to a skinny. See that? I'm just going to go kind of shining through. And it's okay if you pull in some of those darks. Maybe it's more comfortable for you to bring it out like this. That shining down. Look at that. And it's going through the clouds. Because the light outshines the dark. And it's coming through. If you feel more comfortable, you can use your dry brush of a medium brush. Okay, and pull all those rays. You can push them out, or if it's easier, you push them in. So, don't worry, you didn't mess up your painting. If you're like, oh no, I messed it up, you're fine. You are just fine. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get this little angel in there, okay? Barely can see it here. So let's just take a little bit of the black, a little bit of the white to make a gray, and a tiny little bit of that mustard color. Tiny little bit of that mustard color. You still want it to be kind of a lightish, grayish color. Now I'm using the corner of my brush, and I'm just going to just do a little poke right there of the head. Okay, and then I'm just gonna, actually let's use our baby brush. I think everyone's gonna feel better about that. Put your brush in the water. Let's grab our baby brush. We can't be stressing during our grace period here. Okay, there's the thing. Now we're just gonna kind of bring down and then just kind of do like a little body, like so. Whole body like that. Okay. A little bit more paint, and let's go ahead and put those big angel wings in. Big angel wings in. Just kind of grace them in. Little guardian angel, like so. If you can want it to come out, you can. And let's go ahead and put like a little halo on top. So, and you can have that kind of come up. So that way this looks like it's really glowing right there. We're going to have this kind of come up a little bit. Kind of push it up a little bit. Like that. Our little angel in the middle. Okay. Just want to remind you that maybe you're painting, maybe you haven't done a bunch of paintings before, but this painting's different than the other paintings. This painting's just kind of meant to be, it's just meant to be more of like a little warm glow. Something that you just kind of put on a little shelf. Maybe you hang it somewhere you see every day. Maybe you put it in the back of a cupboard, but when you get your cup out, you see it every day. That's another place. A lot of people are like, where should I put my painting? I love it, but I just don't have anywhere to put it. Put it in that kind of funny little spot that when you open a cupboard, there you see it. You're like, oh, hello, guardian angel's right by me. Okay, let's take some of this darker color And this will, remember, the dark also makes the light shine brighter too. So we could take a little bit of that darker and add right where the dark hits the light. Let's take that same color and just add a little shadow right where the dark hits the light. Because the truth is that if we didn't have some dark days, then our other days wouldn't shine as bright. It makes us grow, even though it's super hard. You can even kind of put that where the ray of the sunshine is. See how I'm just kind of putting it right by there? And again, we're not putting it everywhere, just kind of like right where you see a little bit here. It's going to allow those other moments to shine a little brighter. Everyone's clouds are different, which means everybody's worries are a little different too. You know? I'm a mom, so I feel like I'm worrying all the time. All the time. Let's go ahead and put a little up here. You just kind of add, wherever the dark kind of hits the light, that's where you're going to kind of add those dark moments. And again, just taking your time, putting your love into the painting, knowing it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Okay, let's add just a little bit of pink because I just need a little bit of pink. Pink makes everything better, okay? So, I'm going to take my medium brush. Actually, let's take our tween brush. I don't think we've used that one yet. Let's take our tween, tap a little water, and we're going to take a little white and that beautiful light pink color. And this painting, again, it really is about that gratitude. And for me right now, I am thankful for the color pink, okay? And you could just kind of take that and just kind of kiss, barely touch it. Add just a little bit of pink here and there. Give it a little bit more love. You can even put a little bit of that pink and white and kind of grace your angel a little bit. And when you do, it's those thoughts in your head that are just like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for being by my side. And you're just recognizing that. And you can take your pink and your white, maybe put that little glow in your clouds a little bit. A little pink, a little white in there. Again, this painting's just for fun. It's just to kind of be like, you know what? I took time for myself to paint this. Or maybe I took time to paint this for somebody else. And that's enough. Just doing that is enough. Realize that. I think we're done. This one's a little bit darker here in these areas. And this one's a little lighter. And that's okay. Okay. And the most important part always is signing your name. Right here in the bottom corner. And especially if you are painting this for somebody else, that little name, my last name's Gold, so I gotta put that little gold spot. But that little name graced upon the corner is so important. So important. Wow. Everybody, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to paint with this. And I hope that this painting shined a little light. It's actually so bright, you can barely even see it. Let's see if the camera can see it a little bit better like that. Look at that. I hope that this painting shined a little light on you, and especially for somebody else. We're always going through hard times here and there, but painting definitely heals the soul, and it definitely heals the soul for me. All right, everybody, until next time, bye.